everybody, welcome back to another video with Electra Soul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual bitch putting everybody on. Might be bringing that back permanently, maybe, we'll see. And a whole lot of other things, but the whole tea today is that what I intend to do is to help change your life and to help change the world. And so I intend truly that I can do that for you all, because with that being said, what I'm going to be talking about today is something that I feel like is not, it's kind of similar to the last thing that I talked about on Monday, which was about getting used to the news story, right? Okay, this video is going to be a little different, but kind of the same, because this video is going to be about what it is and how to get used to the affirmation that you are telling yourself, even if you feel like you cannot get used to them, okay? Because I've seen so many people talking about how they cannot, like the affirmation that they're using, they just can't believe them. It feels too unrealistic. I feel like I'm lying to myself, you know, of course. I'm sure you've heard of that as well if you have not experienced it yourself. I feel like for myself, honestly, I have experienced something like that before, definitely, where I felt like the affirmations I was telling myself was not actually making me feel fulfilled, because that is the most important thing, guys. Like when you are making your affirmations about whatever you will, they need to be fulfilling. Like seriously, they need to be something that you feel actually fulfills the person, the individual that you are, because something that someone else can say, an affirmation that that person is saying, might not be an affirmation that will sit right with me or with you, or maybe one that sits right with you will not sit right with that person. You get me? Like it's all about personal preference, okay? So when it comes to you getting used to your affirmations, I want you all to understand and to remember that just like getting used to the new story or whatever it is that you are manifesting, or getting used to being in the energy of, it all requires that you let yourself gradually, if not immediately, of course, get yourself into that energy of it being fulfilled right now, okay? So what I really mean is that when you are affirming whatever it is that you will, I want you to remember that these affirmations must be something that positively reflect the fact that, one, they're making you feel fulfilled within the fact that yes, you do have what you want, okay? It's done, said, yes. But number two, that you're saying affirmations that actually match the reality that you do want to see, but that make you feel comfortable in the way that it feels like this is part of my natural being. I think I can understand this. If I said before that I'm really broke and I don't want to be broke anymore and I only want to be in the energy of richness, what would I tell myself if I were a rich person? It's like that kind of energy. And that's honestly like how I got myself to this point as well. Is like, yes, I don't really affirm and persist like I used to. I know I've said that plenty of times because I don't feel like I need to. I just feel like I know what I know and then I do, and that's it. It'll manifest for me. But even in regards to that, when I do think what I think in general, I feel like they're affirmations that I put no effort towards, if that makes sense. Like I don't sit here and I'm like, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this. Like I just know that I got it, but me saying I got it is still an affirmation. You get me? So I want you all to remember, oh my God, actually let's get started with the video right now, because bitch, we just started. Like we've been started. All right, so now that we're in, let's continue talking about getting used to your affirmations, okay? So like I was just saying, with your affirmations, you all have to understand, like you are depleting yourself, again, thankfully, depleting yourself of the old story that you didn't want, or even of the old affirmations that really took over your reality. You know, like the way that you told yourself that you couldn't have this, I'm so that, all the shit that you don't want, okay? That's what I'm talking about here. All the things that you don't want, you keep on telling yourself that it's not done, it can't be, it's this, it's that. Okay, how used to that are you? Extremely, right? Whenever you hear something not being fulfilled in that way, where you're reciting that back to yourself, okay, yeah, it's not working, it's not this, that feels super natural, super comfortable for you, because why? Maybe your parents grew up telling you a whole bunch of limiting beliefs that were like, babe, it's not gonna happen. Your grandparents told you that you had to get married to a really rich guy or you're not gonna have any money at all, whatever. It can literally be anything, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and come up with a whole bunch of limiting beliefs for you to think about. What I am gonna do though, is I'm gonna tell you guys that those limiting beliefs that you've embedded yourself so far into for so long, the same way that you got yourself into that energy so permanently speaking, and what I mean by that is it feels, right? It can feel so freaking permanent. Oh my God, I've been telling myself I don't have this for so long. How can I start telling myself that I do? You see right there, that permanent energy, it's not permanent because you can change it at any given time, but that permanent energy that feels like this is what I know, this is what I trust, and this is what I believe, and this is what I've been telling myself for so long. It's what I think the truth is. Just like you got yourself there, what in the world makes you think that you cannot revert to the other side, where you're actually at a point where it's like, yeah, I do have everything that I want. It's all manifesting for me. I believe in myself. All this good energy that's right over here. Why do you think that you won't be able to get yourself to a point where you believe that this is the only story that you got? Like the only affirmations that you know are very fulfilling, that those are actually the only affirmations that are fulfilling you. Like why in the world would that not be also a reality? Because just as you got yourself to a point of total fear, doubt, sadness, lack, insecurity, whatever, just like you got yourself so comfortable comfortable repeating affirmations to yourself about how you can and won't, yeah? Let's flip it. Let's flip it all the damn way, because there has to be a way for you to understand that this is not the only way. Like the affirmation that you've been saying your entire life, that is not the energy that's for you. And I know that you know this, but you gotta like remember it and you gotta take it with you, because you just knowing it isn't enough. You can know that what you're telling yourself is very hurtful and very harmful, but you know, a lot of people know that shit. Like people who say bad things, they know what they're saying. People who say lacking things, they know what they're saying. Like people who affirm shit that doesn't resonate with them, they all know this is not something that I actually want, but I find so much comfort in this because I actually believe it, okay? That right there is where that tie needs to be unraveled. We're not doing that anymore. The tie that you have to that limiting belief that you felt was so strong, and the affirmations that you've been repeating about how you can't and won't and don't, that is not something that you will be tied to forever, because it's not even supposed to be tied to you in the first place. The only reason you got there is because you let yourself, but don't give yourself a whole bunch of grief about that. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter what you let yourself believe and what you let yourself affirm, okay? Who cares? No one, okay? Except for you, of course, but even then, you shouldn't care. You shouldn't care as much about this, because the whole point is that you're getting yourself out of that now, okay? A lot of people in this world have gone down to a point in which they're like, you know, all the way at the bottom of the barrel. They feel like they've hit rock bottom. They can't get up. And even though we know that this isn't right for us, sometimes we indulge the fuck out of that energy. Like we really take pride in knowing that we're suffering. We're so sad. We're so broke. We're so ugly, so undesirable, so single. That is not you. It's not who you are. You need to understand that all that stuff that you've been telling yourself your entire life, in which you feel like your identity is wrapped around those affirmations, that is not your only case in point. Like that is not the end of the road for you, nor is it the end of the story. Like until you put down that pen, you can still write whatever you want. And even then, even if you put down the pen, you can pick it back up at any given time. It's not just this way or that way or no way. It's your way. This is your life, your way, your decisions, your affirmations, your beliefs, and what you're doing, okay? What you're saying is happening is exactly what will happen, because you are granting yourself the permission of knowing that that is the truth. So like I said, just as you got yourself to believe all of these limiting beliefs about your life and about the fact that you can't, let's flip the script a little bit and let's get ourselves focusing on the fact that, wait a minute, I think I actually can. Wait a minute, I think I actually will. Wait a minute, I actually do. I have this, I am this, I got this, it is it, that's it. All the things that you know are the truth, like in your core. It's not egotistical shit, not fear-based things. It's all soul-based things where you know this is my understanding of this world and I know that I'm in control of it. Let me do something special with that. So do something special with that. Flip your affirmations around to be something that actually complement this wonderful reality that is the wonderful reality that you have made a reality for yourself. If you've been telling yourself your entire life that you're so broken, lonely, you can also flip that around. I am so rich and I am so fulfilled with all of the people around me. I have so much money and everyone around me loves me. Money follows me everywhere that I go and I have such wonderful company always. Like, listen guys, it's not silly to believe that, it's not stupid to believe that, and it is actually very realistic for you to believe that, but you have to start somewhere, okay? This is why you staying on top of your thoughts in a way that makes you feel motivated and still secured within your reality is so important. It's because upon you taking care of those affirmations, those wonderful new affirmations that you got set up for yourself, upon you taking care of those affirmations, that is exactly what you're going to see reflected. And even if you don't believe me right now, and even if you don't believe that it can actually be reflected in that way, just trust me guys, if you take the time right now to start flipping all of the old pessimistic, negative affirmations that you know are very toxic to you, and you actually flip them around to a point in which you're actually now going to fulfill yourself. Babe, like I'm telling you, by the end of the week, you will see a difference. Not even in a week, I'm telling you, even a day's time. And no, this is no exaggeration. Your life can truly change overnight with your permission, but you have to stay down with that. You make a decision to be loyal to something, then be loyal to it. You're not gonna manifest the love of your life and then cheat on them. You're gonna be the best wife or husband that you could possibly be, because you know that this person deserves that from you, and because you know that you deserve a loving, committed, healthy relationship that you have manifested. You get me? You are the magic wand. That's my point. You are the magic wand. You are the person who holds the power within to have everything that you want. So if you are that person, then let yourself keep up with the new affirmations that you know are exactly what you are all about. It's really all about pride, I think, in the way that you're like, I'm not giving up on this shit because why would I? You get me? Like, you gotta have some sort of stubbornness behind this. Because if you're just letting yourself go in and out of affirmations, like one day this, one day that, a lot of contradiction basically. You're gonna say that you have what you want, then you're gonna say that you don't. Upside down, left and right. You need to understand, like, you have to pick a side. Are you gonna be the person who entertains the affirmations that make you feel the best? Or are you gonna be the person who keeps on entertaining the things that make you feel like shit, the affirmations that do not resonate with you or your reality, are you going to be that person? Because it really is a choice. And no, nothing in this world is holding you down and telling you that you need to keep on living the shitty life that you have been. No one's telling you or making you believe that you need to keep on repeating the affirmations that do not resonate or fulfill you the most. No one's telling you that. The only person who's telling you that is yourself, because you are still the main character of your reality. You're still making choices each and every single day. And upon you making all of these choices, and upon you being who you are, manifesting what you will, whatever it is, affirming to yourself whatever it is that you will manifest or affirm to yourself, I want you to remember that you're still the person who makes these affirmations into reality, okay? Every single time that you've affirmed to yourself with confidence, like you knew, I have this in the bag, this person's mine, the money is mine, all this stuff is manifested for me. Every single time that you've actually truly believed in what it was that you were telling yourself, and you knew that those affirmations were more than enough for you to get that new story manifested in your favor, you actually saw that happen for you because you believed in yourself enough to understand that those affirmations that you're telling yourself that are very fulfilling to you, those are things that actually complement your reality in the best way possible. And as someone who, again, is the main character, you're so powerful within yourself, you can't sit here and continue to shit on yourself and continue to hurt yourself, belittle yourself, tell yourself all kinds of affirmations that don't resonate and that make you feel way worse than you actually are. Like, my love, you'd be so surprised as to how much of an influence you have on yourself, but you're not surprised because of course you are self. Like, you are literally the universe. So yes, everything that you're telling yourself does matter and it does make a difference. And that's also why I cut the fuck out of saying self-deprecating things out of my vocabulary. I remember like back in middle school and even some of high school, saying self-deprecating things was considered silly and funny and whatever, right? By your friends, everyone was doing it, blah, whatever. But what were we doing? We were actually manifesting way worse things, and we could have been focusing on the great things, focusing on the fact that we are healthy, we do have great friends, you know, things like that. Because when you're sitting at a table with all of these people who believe in such limited things, not even limited though, but more like pessimistic based things, like sad things, dark, unfulfilling things that they don't even want manifested in their reality, if you go down and sit down at that table and you start saying, actually, I love my life and everything's great and I have so much money and I have a boyfriend who loves me and I'm so obsessed with the way that I live my life, like I love myself and I intend that you all live your best lives too. All those people who believe in their limiting belief affirmations are gonna look at you and be like, bitch, why are you bragging? Why are you rubbing that in our faces? Look at this show off, so conceited. Like, they're gonna look at you crazy. That's the point. It's not even about you being conceited or whatever, because of course you're not at all. They just feel threatened by you. But you see right there, that is something where what you're telling yourself, like the power that you hold, it threatens people. It makes people feel things. That's the effect that you have on yourself. You have the power to shake your entire world from going from those people who are judging the fuck out of that limitless person right there to being the limitless person who's living their best life. You get me? Like, you go from one way to another, but you gotta choose a way. And it's also so that you don't feel so crazy when you're telling yourself these wonderful affirmations that actually fulfill you. You're not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm lying to myself, I'm this, I'm that. No, you're gonna be shook a little bit because you'll realize, oh my God, there can actually be another way around this. But even upon you understanding that, you're actually gonna just take that direction in your favor. Like, you're not gonna sit there and move backwards because you think that it's better or more comfortable to stay in an energy that you are moving backwards in. You're not that person anymore. Maybe you were before, but honestly, like, you never were, period. But you're not that fucking person, and that is the most important thing in this world. You have to understand that those new affirmations that you got going on, the positive affirmations that you've been telling yourself, fulfilling yourself is as easy as understanding that you do deserve this, that what you're saying is the truth, because if there are people out here who are living this life, you can as well, that you're not a desperate person. You're actually, in fact, a very confident person. You're self-empowered, you're self-fulfilled. You just know you got this down packed, and there's nothing in this world that can take you away from that. Every affirmation is an affirmation that is there to help you, that is there to uplift you, that is there to make you feel as good as you're supposed to be feeling, because you are fulfilling yourself within repeating those wonderful affirmations back to yourself. And with your repetition and with your belief in yourself and with you allowing, like, really important guys, allowing yourself to actually be consumed by these affirmations, because as someone who used to not, like, I wouldn't let myself actually believe my affirmations. I can tell you, letting yourself is a big factor. But as long as you're letting yourself and you're actually letting this fulfill you all the way through, I promise that those new affirmations, the affirmations that cover the new story, or even the affirmations that you feel like you couldn't get used to, whatever, you will get used to them. It will be the only reality that you have, and you will be fulfilled all the way through, because you know that this is your life, and because you know that this is not something for you to be playing with. You are beyond that stuff. You are so empowered. You are so strong. You are so above this. And the last thing that I would ever want, and I know that you would ever want, is to see yourself entertaining negative, limiting belief affirmations that make you feel like shit in a reality where you are so utterly limitless in every way, shape, and form. Don't play about your power, my love. I believe in you because I know that if I believe in myself, like I really believe in myself, I cannot believe in all of y'all. Like I have to believe in you all as well. Because if I believe in my power, then you all have a million times power as well. Like self is the most important thing. As long as you believe in you, you will believe in everything else, all of the wonderful things that you got going on. And your affirmations will catch up to you very quickly. You'll get used to them very quickly with your permission. Once you let yourself, just don't burden yourself with a whole bunch of problems, questions, concerns. Doesn't have to be as complicated as that. It really doesn't. Just be brave enough to keep it as simple as I'm telling you that it is. No desperate energy, no fear, no nothing. Be confident in yourself. Focus on what you're doing right now and keep on going with the flow in the most positive and best way possible because you're still in control of the flow. You guys got this. Believe me, you really do. And so with that being said, my love, thank y'all so much for watching today. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. You all are the best and I intend nothing truly but for the fact that this video helped you out to the most visibility, and I know that it did because guys, let your affirmations catch up with you. Let them be something that you know is the truth. Let them be everything that you know you got going on because you're letting yourself understand that. Even throughout all the stuff that I've been through with the law of assumption and even like with affirmations, repeating them to myself and getting used to the new story permanently speaking to the point where I don't even affirm anymore consistently, of course, like, you know, consciously speaking. As someone who's gotten to this point, I really just had to understand that this life is everything that I'm saying that it is. So if I say that it's a really bad life, unfortunately, it will be a very bad life, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the fact that this is a very good life. This is a very fulfilling life. This is a life that's meant to work out in my favor, in which my inner dialogue and vocabulary is supposed to be backing that all the way through. And even if I wasn't used to that at first, I let myself get used to it by understanding that I will get used to it. You know, even if you can't feel like, or you're not letting yourself feel like you can actually believe in what you're telling yourself, just set the intention behind, I will believe in what I'm telling myself. I will get used to my affirmations. I am already used to them. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got like all that. I got it. And it's done right now. Because even if you feel you're struggling right now, if you set the intention to be successful at the end of your affirmations, no matter what it is that you're telling yourself, I promise that will be reflected within your reality. But please grant yourself that permission. Let it happen for you. You guys can do this. There's no need for anything less or more. Like seriously, we can keep it as simple as this with our permission. So let's just do that, my love. Let's just do that. Your affirmations are yours. You believe in them all the way through. The most positive, empowering affirmations ever. You know them and you got them and you understand that that is your only reality and that's it, because it absolutely is, and that is it. All right, my love. All right then. And so with that being said, I will see y'all this Monday for another video. Thank you all so much again for watching today, my loves. May God bless you all always, and please take care, everyone. I love y'all so freaking much, for real. And just understand that even if you don't fully believe in your affirmations right now, they will catch up with you. They are already caught up with you. You believe in them. You understand them to be your only reality. You know that this is the only truth for you. You're not settling for less. You're not going back to the old story. You're not going to entertain the old affirmations that you had, the old limiting beliefs that you had. Nothing at all. You are a conscious manifester, the most powerful manifester, a master manifester at that. And if you are all of these things, what you're gonna do is you're going to continue to entertain the new affirmations, what you're saying you got going on all the way through, where you understand that these affirmations are my only reality because they absolutely are, with your permission, with my permission, with your permission, with all of our permissions. We got this though down packed. We believe that, like we know it. That is the only thing that we are reciting to ourselves because we're just that powerful within ourselves and we know that our power holds so much magnitude in this world. So if we're gonna tell ourselves anything, it's all going to be very extremely empowering things for us. We deserve that. We really, really do. So let's just let that happen, okay? We got this. No doubt in my heart, no doubt in my soul, no doubt in my mind, no doubt in anything. I know that we do. Let those affirmations speak for themselves though. Believe me, they definitely will. They already are. Keep it going strong in that direction. Y'all got it. 100 million, 10% of the time. Yes, the fudge you do. Yes, you do. Period. Bye. There are so many affirmations in this world for you to be settling for the affirmations that are like the least fulfilling affirmations in this world. Enough of how you can't manifest what you want and more of how you can manifest everything that you want. Enough of how ugly, broken, poor you are and more about how beautiful, rich, and financially abundant and stable you are, because you absolutely are. Like that is the only energy that we're focusing on. In a reality in which all of your affirmations positively manifest and reflect in your favor, we're going to be affirming things that make us feel the most powerful, and we're going to let ourselves get used to that as time goes on. Because even if we want to, but we feel like we can't ride by that from the very start, we're at least going to continue riding in the direction of that so that we can eventually get to a point where we know 110% this is implemented. But we already know that because it's done right now. It is 110% implemented right now. But of course, consciously speaking, if you feel like you need a little bit more time, please give yourself that time. But remember that one, time is limitless. So it's already done, like I said. But number two, let it actually happen for you, okay? Stop entertaining those limiting beliefs that you had before. Keep entertaining the new story, the affirmations that you're telling yourself. Those affirmations will take you all the damn way, but you must let that happen. So please just let it happen. You are so strong, you're so capable, and there's nothing in this world or even in my mind that I can think about that will hold you back. Nothing besides yourself, of course, but you're not gonna be the reason, so don't be, okay? Y'all got this, my love. 100 million and 10, whatever I said before, % of the time, okay? Y'all got it as much as that, if not more. Actually, absolutely more. Y'all got it for real. Believe in yourselves and keep on affirming. Keep on affirming strong, but before giving up, just let yourself get used to it. Try, keep on going. Y'all can do this. Love y'all so much, and I believe in you all so much. God bless you all always, for real. Bye.